Let's throw some jabs.
The fight starts now!
Well, Sergio, Jake Paul's fight against Asim Rahman is off. Paul announced the scrapping of the fight on social media, claiming Rahman will not be able to make the agreed upon weight. Sergio, Paul will undoubtedly be on the lookout for a new opponent in the coming weeks. Who do you think he should fight?
Mannix, what have I ever done to make you treat me with such disrespect? You come to me on this boxing show, the DAZN boxing show, a former champion, you're a boxing reporter. We're talking boxing, and you talk about Jake Paul? You're lucky I get paid for this, so I'm going to tell you who. A sideshow deserves another sideshow. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. That's what you need right there. A former champion, you can market the fight, and he's a bona fide quitter. Chavez has quit before on the stool. He's quit against Jacobs. He's quit against Pomfara. He'll probably quit against a sideshow and Jake Paul. Give him Chavez Jr.
I can't believe I'm going to say this, but Jake Paul should fight you. You think about the criteria that Jake Paul has laid out there. He says he wants to fight a former champion. You had a title for like a minute and a half. He needs an opponent who doesn't have a lot of power. Your last knockout came during the Obama administration. He needs an opponent who can help sell the fight. Daniel Jacobs once called you the most annoying fighter he ever went up against. There are going to be calls, Sergio, for Tommy Fury, for Nate Diaz, for other former or current MMA stars, but I think he needs you with your corona-drenched liver, with your bad knees, with your body covered in kinesio tape from head to toe. Jake Paul needs you.
Hey, listen, and I would love this fight, Mannix, not because I want the attention, not because boxing needs it, because boxing doesn't care about it, but because we need to get rid of Jake Paul and being called a boxer. He is not a boxer, but if he's going to fight a former champion, someone that he thinks he can beat, hey, I'm all for it, Mannix. I'm glad that you vouched for me. I'm loving it, Mannix. I'm loving the appreciation, the respect here. I'll love it. I'll knock him out. Easy money. Crypto arena. Let's do it.
Well, you'd also make weight, which was a big factor in this cancellation against Asim Rahman. This was a storyline all throughout the weekend, Sergio, with Jake Paul saying Asim Rahman couldn't make 200, then couldn't make 205. Rahman saying, oh, no, I didn't back out of the fight, but he could only make 215. Personally, I think Jake Paul's in the right here. I mean, if you sign a contract to make a certain weight, you are obligated to make that weight. Making weight is a huge part of making fights. I don't think Asim Rahman has a leg to stand on. Jake Paul agreed to go up 5 extra pounds than what he wanted to. He's a consistent 190-ish pound fighter. I don't blame Jake Paul for this cancellation at all.
Yeah, it was real unprofessional for Rahman Jr., by the way, to get out of this fight. He signed, he agreed, he should follow through with it, even if it means dehydrating, even if it means putting your body through something you're not comfortable with. Contracts don't care about your comfort. You signed it, you got to follow through with the deal. And he pulled out. I think there's more behind this deal, but that's another show, Mannix. I just think Jake Paul wasn't ready to face a professional fighter, and he used the weight.
Stop with that. That's a lie.
Guy, and Rahman Jr. probably weighed 225 pounds when they sparred. What's the difference? Smaller gloves and headgear, and he supposedly beat him up? Come on, man.
Every fighter who is the A side in the history of fighters dictates what the weight is going to be, whether it's a catch weight or dragging someone down to their original weight class. Oscar De La Hoya shrunk back down to 147 to face Manny Pacquiao. Floyd Mayweather made Canelo Alvarez fight at 152. Your argument there is completely ridiculous. If you agree to face Jake Paul and you sign a contract saying you are going to make 200 pounds, it is your job to make 200 pounds. Because if you can't, don't make the weight. Don't try. Don't sign for the fight.
I agree with that. It was unprofessional. We're not talking about how unprofessional this was, how much of a bad look and it is for Rahman Jr. No, I agree there. I'm talking about Jake Paul. He should go on with the show. A lot of people are losing money here, Mannix. The network, the fans, the arena was booked. A lot of money just got flushed down the toilet, all over 15 pounds. I'll fight a fighter over 15 pounds. Just give me a little bit of his check. Give me more money, a little bit more off the pay-per-view.
But that's not true. Look, how many times,
is
Sergio, you have in your career, I know you've done this. You've fought fighters that have been bigger than you thought they were going to be. And I bet you regretted it after the fact. You regretted getting in the ring with them. Wouldn't Brian Vera come in pretty heavy on his fight night?
I would say the majority of the later part of my career, they were heavier and bigger than me. And that's another reason I couldn't stop them. I would hurt them, but I couldn't stop them. Hey, I'm comfortable winning a decision. I was fine with that.
No, you couldn't stop them because you didn't have any power.